now we're back into some filler.
Woo!
Which I guess is going to have some consequences for the story. I mean, kind of.
Kind of.
I mean, the next episode for sure, but this episode not so much.
It's the build up to the next episode
It's the
that
build
might
up to
have
the next
consequences.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha. Is episode number 64. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello, hello.
We are watching season 3, episode number 9, or episode 63, entitled "The Red and White Priestesses." But they're also like red and blue.
Red and blue, yeah.
Not red and white.
No.
The red, white, and blue priestesses.
America.
USA.
Yeah, I don't know why they said red and white. That's an odd choice.
They're gonna throw Christianity down your throat.
Oh, God.
So yeah, we get this episode. Tsubaki is still seething from her defeat.
Getting bodied.
Unhappy. She goes to this old shrine that she used to train at, and is like, I'm gonna come here now. And these two priestesses are like, hey, get out of here! You're not allowed here. No humans or demons allowed.
You were like, who's allowed then?
And Tsubaki's like, hey, I trained here. I can come in here. Like, oh, you are a sister, comrade. Hello. We are Momiji and Botan. We will help you with whatever you need. She's like, all right, cool. Maybe I won't kill these two dummies then. Hee hee ha ha hoo 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 hoo. She mentions she wants to like take out this demon. They're like, oh yes, we will help you do this. Hello. We go to Kaede's house. Everyone's sleeping except Kagome. She's like, I remember I was under a curse. It was real bad. And then everyone wakes up like, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey.
How's it going?
Also, like, Moroku and Inuyasha both fall asleep sitting up. It's very weird. I don't know how, I mean, I guess Kaede's hut is very small, so.
It is very small. They do that a lot, it seems like.
They do. I don't know how you do it. I'm bad at sleeping, though, so maybe they're just really good at it.
It's true. They tell Kaede about what's happening. She's like, I've heard about a Tsubaki before. Could it be? It could be the same one. She would be real old now. Maybe it's just a real weird coincidence.
There's only one person named Tsubaki in the whole of Japan, you know?
It's true. So Tsubaki's still in the shrine. She's just getting these girls to go, do her bidding for you.
Oh, there's a horse. You forgot to mention that Kaede gets a horse.
Kaede gets a horse, you're right.
And I think she makes Inuyasha. No, she doesn't. She tells Kagome at one point to make Inuyasha sit.
Yeah, because he's being a dummy.
Yeah, well, what's new? Anyway, back to the shrine.
Kaede and Shippo go on a horse. Well, Shippo gets left behind at first because he gets squished under Inuyasha.
Yep.
Moroku and Sango are on Kirara, and then Kagome just has to ride Inuyasha.
Yep. You're like, oh, where are they ride? Oh, he's the ride.
He is the ride. But yeah, Tsubaki's just doing her thing. She also wants to break this big tower where there's a demon in there. And she's like, I'm gonna get this demon. Hey. I'm gonna do this, and that's how I'm going to do my stuff. And then Kagura shows up and he's like, hey, I came here because Naraki wants the jewel back. And she's like, no, it's my jewel. He gave it to me. And she's like, no.
Nope.
You didn't fulfill your end of the bargain, my friend. It's time for you to pay up. And she's like, no. I have a plan. I'm gonna get this plan and I'm gonna kill the two of them. And then we're gonna be A-okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen. And Kagura's just like, yeah, all right. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you do this, I guess. Whatever.
I'm gonna fail, but this might be entertaining.
Yeah. Inuyasha and the gang get to the shrine, but there's a barrier outside, which Inuyasha and Sango and Shippo try and touch a little talisman, and they get bopped for it.
Yep.
And they're not happy with it, so they're like, Kai's like, I'll take down this barrier. Just stop hitting yourself on the talismans, dummies. And then Momoji and Botan show up and like, you are demons! We will defeat you! How dare all of you be demons? You are all demons.
Kaede is so offended the whole time because she gets repeatedly being called a demon. She's like, what? I'm just an old lady.
Mm-hmm. They're like, Sango, you're a demon slayer. You're a monk, Moroku. The rest of you are demons.
Well, she does say that Kagome is a priestess.
Yes.
After they have to consult about her outfit because it's confusing.
Yeah, and then I see Kirara and Shippo, and like, oh my god, they're so cute. They can't be demons. They're so adorable. We can't deal with this. Moroku sneaks up on them and is like, hey, we could just talk about this. No worries. And he just touches their butts because he's a weirdo.
Yep.
And then they just get, he fails, essentially.
Yeah.
And then they accuse Shippo of being too cute, that he's a real ugly demon, and he just uses that to lure people in to kill them. And Shippo's like, what do you mean? That's not how, this is how I look.
I've never killed a human.
I've never done this. Poor Shippo.
I know. Poor bub. He's just a little guy.
The gals attack them by throwing these little Shikigami talismans at them that look little paper dudes, and they're just like, kick them and like just fling them away. But the whole plan was to get strands of hair so they can make giant Shikigami, and they make weird looking chibi versions of Inuyasha and Kagome, and Inuyasha and Kagome are very upset by this.
Very upset, especially because everybody keeps calling them by their names, and they're like, that's not me, it looks nothing like me. Kagome says it looks like a blimp, and you were saying that she'd have to explain what a blimp is.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Inuyasha's little chibi form has the little teeth sticking down.
Yeah. So they try to fight, but they apparently all the powers that they have are transferred to these bigger versions of them as well. And then Kagome tries to make Inuyasha sit, but she just makes Inuyasha sit, not the big Inuyasha. And Kaede's like, oh, the items you're wearing don't transfer over, despite the fact that they have the bow and the sword. Which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, the sword turns into like a little... I don't even know what that is.
It's like a plastic sword, essentially.
Yeah, it looks like a stick.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a hot dog, actually, but it's not a hot dog sword. That'd be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I also like that whenever they talk, it's like this weird garbled, nonsensical talking.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to say the things that they say, and they're just failing. They do their best.
It's true. So they don't have a good time there. Inuyasha gets essentially paralyzed by the two gallows doing a spell of some sort. And then Moroku and Song are like, I guess we'll have to deal with this. All right. They go up there. They're like, all right, we're going to fight. Hey, do you want to take care of Kagome, Sango? And Sango's like, I want to take care of Inuyasha. And Moroku's like, yeah, I don't really want to take care of Kagome either. And he's just like, why do you want to fight me? What did I do?
And they're both just like, yeah, let's just fight Inuyasha.
It's like, oh, it's nothing personal. Don't worry about it. But Inuyasha's able to break out of his spell, and then he defeats the two of them.
With a wind
does
scar.
that, the wind scar, knocks the girls out, and Mercury's like, oh, they're fine. They fainted. And he starts touching their butt, and then Songo just yanks him away. It's like, please stop this.
Rightly so.
And then they basically like, all right, someone needs to stay back here and watch over these gals, because they're not like bad people. They just need to like understand things aren't happening the way they think they are. So Moroku stays back along with Shippo and Kirara, and then Kagome, Sango, Inuyasha, and Kaede go off to find Tsubaki.
I still think leaving Moroku behind is a choice, but it's a choice they made. I mean, I guess he is the most useless in terms of battle out of like the main group.
Yeah.
Like him and Shippo don't do a whole lot. But like,
Tsubaki's...
I don't know, leave Kaede behind.
Yeah, well, she had to be there to give you backstory.
Oh, right. That Inuyasha doesn't care about later.
Yeah. Tsubaki's basically opened up this tower to unlock a demon that's been inside there for like a bajillion years. And Kagura's just watching like, yep, I'm sure this is really going to work and everything. Inuyasha tries to walk through the first barrier and then just gets zapped again. And Kaede's like, would you stop and let me fix this? And then they get to the shrine itself, and then there's another barrier, and he just like walks through it.
Yeah, he just forces his way through.
She's like, whoa! And then it's basically this episode with that, and then the demons coming. Very spooky.
Spooky.
Let's talk about some notes here from this episode.
Okay.
Like we said, this episode is exclusive to the anime. The Tsubaki arc does not have this continuation in the manga.
Hmm.
When Inuyasha insults her, Kaede asks Kagome to say the word, further confirming that only Kagome can activate the beads of subjugation. It should also be noted that Kaede is the one who put the beads on Inuyasha, so if she can't say it, it's doubtful anyone else can either.
Yeah, that makes sense because otherwise, if somebody says, like, sit, then you'd have a real big problem.
It's true. But that's it for this episode. Next time, we will be discussing episode 64 entitled Giant Ogre of the Forbidden Tower.
Yep.
What's going to happen when Tsubaki opens the Forbidden Tower?
I assume
Who
a giant ogre is
knows?
going to come out.
No way.
Spoilers.
But that's going to do it for this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup, and you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next week as we find out about this giant ogre.
Mm-hmm. It's not Shrek.